So in this video I'm going to talk about the Spiderman exercise, and this is one of my favorite warm-ups, and there are just a lot of cool things that you can work into this exercise. So I'm going to show you the right ways to do it first, and then show you some of the common compensations that kids will use to try to get around this. But basically what the Spiderman is going to look like at its most basic level is you're going to walk out on your hands, and when you get to push-up position, you're going to bring your foot up right next to that hand on the outside. From here, you're trying to fire the backside glute and drop that hip down toward the floor. So what I'm getting here is I'm getting a good hip flexor stretch on my left leg. I'm getting kind of a glute hamstring origin stretch up here on my right. And then, so this would be the starting position. Once the kids get good at this, then another great thing about this is we can add a thoracic rotation component, either rotating toward the front leg, turning the head and shoulders, or turning toward the back leg, going the opposite direction. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll have them go one trip down 15 yards, opening up toward the front leg with each repetition. Another time 15 yards, opening up toward the back leg with each repetition. A lot of times it's more challenging to try to open up toward the back leg than it would be to the front. So what it's going to look like for a couple repetitions, I want them walking out, foot way up by the hand, drop the hip, open up, and then walk back out, alternate legs, keep the hip down, open up. So where you're going to see most of the compensations then, a lot of times is the kid's not getting their hips to the floor. They'll stop short here because this is a lot easier than it is to get here. But if you can't get this position right, the whole thing's going to fall apart. The other thing you'll see a lot of times is when they go to rotate, if they keep their head down, they'll throw their shoulder, which could injure their shoulder, and they're also not going to get that same kind of thoracic rotation that they would normally get. The other thing, from here, driving that hip down with this leg way up, also going to lock out my lumbar spine, so when I get my rotation, I'm guaranteeing it's all from my thoracic spine. The last thing, when the kids get here and they open up toward that back leg, a lot of times you'll see that back foot roll out in an effort to try to give them more range of motion. So you want that back toe staying down and trying to rotate from there, which is going to lock up their spine better and make sure it's all thoracic rotation again. So that's a Spiderman exercise. Lots of different things you can do with that, but one of the best overall warm-up activities.